Let's be real for a second. Almost everyone and their mom is playing Marvel Rivals right now. From having an active player base ranging from 2 to 300k on Steam alone, to consistently being one of the top 10 most watched games on Twitch, Marvel Rivals has undoubtedly exploded in popularity over the past month. Clearly, something has shifted in the gaming landscape, and no one has felt that shift more than the crumbling titan of 6v6 hero shooters, Overwatch. During the release week of Marvel Rivals, Blizzard saw the numbers and immediately scrambled to add Twitch drops and in-game rewards to keep their player base from completely jumping ship throughout the week. They threw in 3 skins, 2 sprays, 1 weapon charm, 2 player icons, and 2 new name cards just through Twitch drops alone, and on top of that, they added 3 in-game reward skins that players could unlock for free by playing 9 games. It was a Christmas miracle. Marvel Rivals got Blizzard so down bad, they were willing to give 6 skins away for free within the span of a week. Even now, with Twitch drops no longer being available for Marvel Rivals, the game is still 10xing the viewership of Overwatch, although Overwatch's drops are still enabled. Let's be real though, Blizzard has been digging Overwatch's grave for a while now. From scrapping the promised PvE campaign, to removing 6v6, to creating content droughts by releasing heroes in 4-month intervals, Blizzard has been setting Overwatch up for failure. It honestly just feels like they've been waiting for a new game to come along and finish the job. Just in time for the holiday season though, Marvel Rivals decided it was time to swoop in and give everyone some holiday cheer. Because right off launch, the amount of content that was in this game has made pretty much no one outside of Overwatch's competitive scene want to go back to that game. Like, not even their own collabs want to go back to Overwatch.
I am ready to put on a show!
A couple weeks after the game was released too, data miners uncovered 3 new map assets already well into development, as well as 13 new characters and around 30 unreleased skins. Not to mention, Rivals themselves have confirmed that for Season 1, we're getting the entire Fantastic Four lineup added to the game in one content update. This is legitimately ridiculous from a development perspective. Watching your competitors struggle to keep adding new content to the game consistently, so you yourself set yourself up with an arsenal of content right off the game's release is honestly an insane strategy. Rivals also does this thing, where pretty much every character is just straight up busted in their own right. From Hela and Hawkeye just clicking heads, to Wolverine tearing up the entire front line, to Jeff swallowing your entire team to finish the round, the game is just straight up enjoyable and chaotic in some of the best ways possible. And hey, if you're a competitive player and you're not trying to deal with some of these balance issues, this game has a perfect solution for you too. Hero bans. Is there a character you really don't want to play against this round? Hero ban. Is the number 1 Black Panther on the other team and he's about to destroy your backline? Hero bans. And let's be real though, many of these hero balance issues just don't exist for most people. You're not going to get 2-tapped by some random 3-7 Hawkeye on the enemy team, and that Wolverine solo diving isn't going to do anything to you if you just have the slightest bit of game sense. The elimination of roll queue has also been insanely helpful for both queue times and making the game more approachable to new players. Honestly, roll queue isn't something that Marvel Rivals really needs. If you're playing ranked and you're losing, just switch. Like, are you 1-9 on Psylocke and you're getting flamed by your team? Maybe it's time that you play that second healer role and stop throwing. At the end of the day, the game comes down to how badly you want to win and whether you're willing to switch to something else for the sake of the team. Now, I understand the 5 DPS 1 healer quick play match probably isn't the best thing to experience, but honestly, those games are so rare, and by the time the team has lost the first point, at least 2 to 3 people have already swapped roles. And hey, if they haven't swapped and you're about to lose the game, just take the 6th DPS slot and go next. Another major mistake Overwatch made was abandoning the lore. They lit off their entire lore team, and with that, a core element that made Overwatch special just completely disappeared. One thing Blizzard was really good at was hero story animations, with some of their most viewed videos on their channels being these animated shorts. They were a huge part of what initially drew people into Overwatch, and to strip away such a defining feature of your game is just insane, especially when it was one of the things that set Overwatch apart from its competition. On the other hand, Marvel Rivals taps into a roster of pre-established characters that players already know, with abilities similar to ones we've already seen in Overwatch. From Star-Lord acting as a Tracer replacement, to Hawkeye pulling in all the Hanzo mains, to Scarlet Witch taking your favorite DPS Moira player and finally giving them a role, Rivals has taken some of the best aspects from Overwatch's characters, elevated them, and made it incredibly easy for new players to jump in and play a game that feels both familiar and fresh. Hero team-ups are also something that keeps players coming back to the game. Getting an extra ability when playing Mantis and Adam Warlock together, or Psylocke and Magic together, adds a whole nother layer to this game that I don't think any other game has tried to do. And they all make sense lore-wise too, so you now have this intersection between people who love these characters and the people who want to get more value out of them while playing. Iron Man, for example, gets an insane buff when playing with Hulk, and characters who would otherwise be out of meta without the added ability become a lot more playable and valued to the team when playing with this other character. Marvel Rivals has, at least so far, taken everything Overwatch originally aimed to do and elevated it across the board. It's brought something fresh and innovative to the genre, while also offering an easy entry point for new players to dive into both the casual and competitive scenes. Honestly, Rivals is here to stay, and I hope it inspires Overwatch to do better as well. I've been playing Overwatch on and off since 2016, and watching a game you once loved fade away is not fun. The goal in gaming should always be to push for innovation, and I hope Rivals serves as a reminder to developers everywhere that when you stick to a solid plan and build something with passion, your game can not only survive, but thrive for years to come.